So I was helping one of my kiddos write an essay last night and showed them how to do this, how to use Google Docs to um, cite your sources in like MLA formatting. And their mind was blown. And I was like, if I can help anybody learn how to do this, this is such an important thing. If you're in high school or college or anywhere where you might be writing a paper where citations are required. So say you're typing up a really important essay. This is a very important essay about trees. We're going to include a citation now. So what to do is you can go to tools, and this is in Google Docs, and you just click on the citations button. And then you can choose over here on the citations menu what type of citation, like what format you're going for. So we have it, the default setting is MLA 8th edition, but you can also do APA formatting or Chicago author date edition. So those are all really, really valuable. So just depending on what type of formatting you're being asked to do, you can select which one you would like to do. So say we're going to be doing MLA formatting and we're going to be adding a source. So right now, this is where we can add our sources. This is not going to automatically insert a citation over into our text, but it will just start building our bibliography or our works cited page. Um, so you can choose what type of um, thing you're going to be citing. So let's say we're citing a book and it's accessed by print because I like went to the library, or maybe it's a book that I actually own. If you're accessing it with a website or an online database, you would select one of those. Just select however you accessed that thing. Then it has a spot for you to include the ISBN, which are often found in the beginning of the book, like on the credits page or on the title page or just behind the title page. Sometimes it's on the side or on the end or on the back of the book. Um, or you can look them up online if you are looking for the ISBN of a book. But if you do not know what the ISBN is and you're like, I just cannot figure this out, like as I'm trying to find the ISBN of the book that I was looking at. Oh, I actually do have the ISBN. So, but it's say you don't have the ISBN or you don't want to type in the ISBN for some reason, you can cite it manually. And you can type in like the author, like so the I'll close this. I've got too many things open here. So you just type in whoever this is, and the publisher, um, you would just go in and you would just fill in all of your sources or all of your not sources, but like all of the required information. And you'll see the little asterisks. Those are required information for you to be able to have a accurate citation, to be able to use that. So you would go Crown Publishing, and this published year, that's the copyright date of the oldest copyright date. So we're going to go published in 2020. And if you have the information like where it was the city that it was published in, if it has different editions, oftentimes some of this information will not apply to your citation source, and if it doesn't and it's not required, you don't have to fill it in, but it's helpful if you can. So then when you're ready, you add it to and your works cited, and then now you have over here on the right hand side of your screen, you will start building your works cited page. And so if you want to add another citation source, say like a website, then you just go over to the website and you can copy and paste the URL into the like if you're citing a website, you just copy and paste the URL and you can search for it, and then it will pull up the information that it has and maybe information that it is missing. So if it is missing information, then you might want to cite it manually, or you can just simply continue and it will be, it'll bring up the things that says that we must include this. I just grabbed a random blog post. So it might not have those kinds of that the information that's necessary. Since this is just a demonstration, I'll just make this up. So let's say this is published in 2025 and we have the access to year because that's today, the year that we put it in. And let's see here, and we'll make up the name is I called it by Janine and Jack. We'll put in. Okay, and there we go. Add citation source. So we have here our sources that we've built up, and they're all ready for us. And then when we're typing over here, in our essay or in our response or our test or whatever we're making where we need to cite a source, we would say, we like to boil eggs. And then we're going to add, what we do is hover over the site, the source that we are citing, and we will click the little button that says insert in text citation. And then it will just put it in parentheses according to the MLA edition that we would need to do. We like to read books. So before we put in the period, we cite our book source. And then if it's a book source and it needs a page number, it will remind you to replace the number sign with the page number. So we might say something like page 202, and I just, deleted the number and then just put in the page number where I was pretending to write this citation. So you can write your essay, you can insert citations however often or as many as you would like. Remember not to plagiarize. Don't directly copy things and move them over. Make sure you paraphrase, make sure you do those things to avoid plagiarism concerns. And if you're going to do a direct quote, I would suggest double checking MLA formatting on how to do a direct quote or how often to do a direct quote so that you can make sure that it is quoted and cited properly. Then when you get to the very end of your essay and you're all done and you would like to add a works cited page, then just at the bottom, you just click insert works cited. Or you can do Control Enter to start a new page if you don't want it like at the bottom of the page. If you want it on a new page, then you just go insert works cited and it comes up fully formatted in MLA formatting. Here's the information about the website source, and here's the information about the book that we have. You see that they're in alphabetical order, and you can also select to remove sources not cited in the text from the works cited. So if you have sources that you put into the system, but you never cited them, then it won't include that. Now, I can't remember. We're gonna do a little experiment here. We're gonna go to Google Docs. Sorry, gotta get there just really fast. So we're going to Google Docs. We make a blank document. It's a new, this might not work and I would be kind of embarrassing. But yeah, so if you start a totally new doc, you'll have to build your citations again, your works cited, from all from scratch, I think. I know that on Microsoft Word, Microsoft Word also has a way that you can put in works cited pages. Um, but let me see if, but those ones, like it holds on to your, like it, it will hold on to all of your citations. So you can use them in different papers, not your citations, all of your sources. And anyway, um, I'd have to remind myself how to do that one on Microsoft Word references. Oh, okay. So it's the references tab. So there's a tab in Microsoft Word um, that is called references. So, you've got file and home and stuff. So you just go to the references tab and you can build a bibliography. I hope that you guys can see this. I think the top of it's going to be cut off, but you can build a bibliography and um, and you can insert mark citations, insert footnotes. So there's a lot of options there in Microsoft Word if you prefer that. And like I said, in my experience, okay, so if you just click insert citation, you can add a new source. And then, or you can just click the insert citation button and it will start to auto-populate. Once again, if when you click begin a new source, you can add what type of source you want, and you put in all of the information about the source, and then it will save that in its internal hard drive, in its cookies that it has stored. And then every time you write a paper with Google Word, or not Google Word, with Microsoft Word, it will hold on to your sources so you can just easily draw back on previous sources that you've used maybe for other papers. I don't believe that Google um, Docs has the ability or the capacity to hold on to sources for later essays. Only Microsoft Word can do that, and I don't have an Apple device, so I can't tell you about non-Microsoft accounts. But I do know that Microsoft Word will save your sources for future papers, and that's really handy when you're taking a class and you're going to have a lot of papers about the similar information, and then you just put in as many sources. Every time you add new sources, you can draw back on them, and by the end of the semester, boy, your works cited page is really fleshed out and you know those sources really, really well. So that is a really easy way to sort your sources, cite your sources on Google Docs or in Microsoft Word, and so that you can have a really professional and bibliography page, and it's made sure that it's um, cited properly and accurately, and you don't have to spend, a butt ton of time focus or trying to um, like adjust your citations and like make sure that the commas are all in the right place and you have the right capitalization, because it just automatically formats it all for you. So highly recommend. This is a really easy way to make sure that you are getting all of those points and things that teachers just love to see and love to mark you down on if you mess it up. But these are easy points to get when you use these tools. Anyway, enjoy.